Buccaneers 2-2, Cardinals 2-3. Kerwin Williams back deep. Patrick Murray signed by the Buccaneers this week to replace Nick Folk. Gets things started. Williams will not take it out. Peterson, 4 games with the Saints, only 27 carries. They give it to Peterson on first down. He's so tough to bring down. He gains 8. Second down and 2. Here's Fitzgerald. You know he's ready. Has his path. From the 36-yard line on first down, it's Peterson again. And Adrian Peterson works his way out to the 39-yard line before William Colston, as a Saint, was 11. It's Peterson again. Another Cardinals first down across midfield. Forced out of bounds at the Bucs 45-yard line. 9 per carry. Empty backfield. Peterson split to the left as the catch is made by the tight end, Jermaine Gresham. Attitude, he brings a great passion. The entire building picked up this week. Here's Peterson up the middle, and he will take it all the way for an Arizona touchdown, 27 yards.
Look at this. See right there? He's looking, he's evaluating, he sees the hole, and once he sees the gap, then he hurdles to it. Look at him evaluating. Eyes, there, up there it is. Now there's the cut. Hurdles through it and is gone. Adrian Peterson, he told us he still had juice left. He showed us on the first drive.
Phil Dawson, the extra point.
Crowd looking for a savior. They got it on the first drive.
Bernard Reedy will not take it out. Doug Martin in the backfield, his second game following a 4-game suspension. Play action on first down as Winston was looking for Mike Evans downfield. 25 yards in the fourth quarter alone, but struggled early. This is Martin. And Martin is out to the 28. Corey Peters, the tackle. Pass defense. Winston on third down, throws, and the catch is made. From the 44. On first down, it's Martin. Breaks away from the first against the Patriots 10 days ago. Winston on 2nd and 9. Complete to Deshaun Jackson. Winston on third down. Steps to his right. He's under pressure. Got rid of it as he was hit. It's an incomplete pass.
And ultimately the result is favorable for Arizona.
Ryan Anger punting for the first time. Kerwin Williams back deep. Fair catch is called for by Williams. Cardinals start from the 14-yard line. First negative run for Peterson. Levante David made the play. Previous high by a Cardinal back this season, 44 yards over the course of an entire game. Chris Johnson, who was released this week when the Cardinals signed Peterson. Palmer on second down and 11. Andre Ellington in the backfield, third down and 5. Palmer over the middle, wide open Fitzgerald, and he picks up a first down and more out to the 48-yard line. Justin Evan Peterson.
Opening up his guest house for the newest resident of the Cardinals.
Flea flicker. Palmer to the near side, coming back to make the catch is John Brown for an Arizona first down. Now it's Peterson up the middle. Peterson picks up 6 down to the 31. Touchdown on the opening possession for Peterson. There he is on 2nd and 4. Inside the 20, forced out of bounds at the 13 in the first quarter. Kerwin Williams in the backfield. Palmer fires. Touchdown, Troy Nicholas.
Watch Nicholas, he's the inside tight end, inside of Gresham, a free release into the secondary. No one over the top of him, no one bumps him at the line of scrimmage or redirects him. He has easy access into the secondary, and Palmer puts it right on the 8 and the 7.
Dawson adds the extra point. Bernard Reedy back deep for Tampa Bay. Buccaneers in a 14-point hole.
Google it.
It's a must-watch.
Find it on our Fox app.
Here's Martin. And Martin, they punted following their opening possession today. 2nd and 10. Winston over the middle for a first down. Wide open, the rookie tight end out of O.J. Howard. Scored 2 touchdowns in that national title game. His last appearance here in Glendale. Off the fake to Martin. Winston under pressure. He throws and finds his man, Cameron Brate. 15-yard pass play. 3 tight ends in for Tampa Bay as Winston hands it off to Martin. And again, nowhere to go. It's Buchanan who makes the play for the Cardinals. Brate in motion. On the toss, it's Martin. They must get to the 35 of the Cardinals for a first down. Penalty marker, our first of the game, as the pass is picked off by Bethea. But he could not maintain possession.
False start. False start offense, number 13. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
3rd down and 13. Buccaneers set up the screen. It's Charles Sims. Anger punting from midfield. Williams back deep. Fair catch. Back at the 5-yard line. Just over 1 minute remaining.
You can't pick him out in 5 plays on tape. They don't want him. He picked out Adrian Peterson in 1.
Palmer perfect so far. He's now 7 for 7. Complete to Larry Fitzgerald. On 2nd and 2. A big hole for Kerwin Williams.
Ideal for the Arizona Cardinals.
Coming into this game, they were 71% pass. Williams out to the 29, but you're 2nd down and 6. Williams spins. Nowhere to go. Clinton McDonald next day is handing off to Peterson on the practice field. 3rd down and 7. There is a flag.
Offside. Defense number 91 lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Replay, 3rd down.
Is their place kicker.
After Nick Folk missed 5 attempts the last 2 weeks. 3rd and 2 complete. Jerron Brown into Buccaneers territory. So the offside penalty gave the Cardinals another opportunity, and they convert. Empty backfield. Palmer on 1st down. Fires to Fitzgerald. Palmer now 9 for 9. Fitzgerald. 1st and 10 from the 11. Play action. End zone. Touchdown. Fitzgerald.
Arians as a play caller is a step, maybe 2 steps ahead so far in this ball game because he's given a lot of looks to them. And look at what they have over here. Fitzgerald on the inside as an inside receiver and able to get free access to the secondary for another touchdown.
By the Cardinals, their longest this season. So now the Buccaneers go back to work, trailing by 3 touchdowns. Early 2nd quarter. Off the hesitation, Winston throws it out of bounds. Winston with time on 2nd down, can't find anyone. And once again, he throws it away. Winston throws.
Return.
He has 4 career punt return touchdowns, Charles, all in 2011, his rookie season. Peterson from the 32, and he's tackled back at the 30-yard line. 5 receptions and a touchdown for Fitzgerald. Off the fake to Peterson. Palmer to number 11, and he is now 11 for 11.
Love to have that vision as he approaches the line of scrimmage.
Palmer 12 for 12. It's Fitzgerald again as he goes over 100 yards. From the Buccaneers 35, it's Peterson, cuts to the outside, stays on his feet, nice jump cut, and then out of bounds.
Showing up today.
On 2nd and 2. Palmer, Fitzgerald. Out of bounds at the 12. What a first half. On 2nd and 2, it's Peterson. 2nd down and 7 from the Tampa Bay 9. Here's Peterson, looks to turn the corner.
Happy to give him a home here in Arizona.
3rd down and 8. Palmer throws. There is a flag.
Pass interference. Defense, number 28. The foul occurred in the end zone. The spot of the foul is the 1 yard line. First down, Arizona.
He already has a touchdown. Ball comes loose. Cardinals recovered. Peterson in the backfield. He takes the handoff from Palmer and is tackled back at the 5 yard line by the rookie out of Texas A&M. Now Fitzgerald, slot to the left, 3rd and goal. Palmer fakes and then is brought down. Back at the 10 yard line, Clinton McDonald. Drescher replacing Aaron Brewer. There's a flag.
Offside. Defense number 23. Penalty is declined. The result of the play, a successful field goal. Timeout.
Bernard Reedy is back deep for Tampa Bay. And we will check in downstairs. So Fitzpatrick back home. Threw one pass earlier this season. His first today is caught by Adam Humphries. On 2nd down, this is Martin. 3rd down and 7 for Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Bucs. Catch is made for a first down by Cameron Brate. He was apart up in Cambridge. Fitzpatrick steps up and throws. He was looking for Adam Humphries. On 2nd and 10, this is Martin. Martin out to the 46. Setting. 4th down and 2. Fitzpatrick complete. This set of downs for the Bucs. Fitzpatrick fires downfield looking for Deshaun Jackson with Justin Bethel defending.
And that's what he wants to see from them today.
On 2nd and 10, they get the ball to the hands of Reedy. Larry Fitzgerald with 8 receptions. It all adds up to a 24-0 lead. Evans had 6 in that game. 4 were matched up with Peterson. 4th down and 4. Fitzpatrick throws. What a catch. The Harvard connection once again. Fitzpatrick to Brate. From the Cardinals 18. Fitzpatrick slings one to Doug Martin. Down to 30 seconds. 1st and goal from the Arizona 7. Best drive of the day for Tampa Bay. Pass could not be handled by Doug Martin. 2nd and goal from the 7. Fitzpatrick steps up and he dives down at the 5 yard line. Fitzpatrick moving to his left. He flips one into the end zone. He was looking for the tight end, O.J. Howard. Fitzpatrick throws on 4th down. It is broken up. Patrick Peterson makes the play.
Play on the football. Number 21 in black, number 13 in white. And the ball was a little bit behind and allowed Patrick Peterson to make a play on the football.
What a first half for the Arizona Cardinals. They lead Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Bucs 24-0. Bernard Reedy is deep.
In this half, but he does not, do not take that rather to mean that he's going to lessen up in this ball game. Back to you.
Second down and 10. Fitzpatrick looking for Deshaun Jackson. It is picked off. Third straight game with an interception for Antoine Bethea.
Felt too easy because I don't think Antoine Bethea got looked off. Justin Bethel's right there, but Bethea is just playing the football all the way. He just watched where Ryan Fitzpatrick was going, went to the ball, high-pointed it, and came down with his third interception in the last 3 games. You take the shot.
His personal record 15 straight, but this is the most for Carson at the start of a game. Inside the 25 to the 24-yard line, it is Peterson. Peterson gained 9 on first down. Here he is again. Cuts to the outside. Picks up a first, and that is tackled up to 98 yards today. From the 20 on first down, it's Peterson, and that will put him up over 100.
His rookie year was an exceptional one for the then St. Louis Cardinals.
Second and 7 as Palmer throws. It's caught and then taken into the end zone for a touchdown by John Brown.
And watch John Brown. Justin Evans, number 21, he sees it, but then he ends up looking away. He has no ball skills on that play. See him run right past John Brown, who makes the adjustment on the football, sees it off the hand of his quarterback, and turns it into a touchdown.
His third of the season. Dawson the extra point.
Really to block for a guy like Peterson makes offensive linemen jump up on Sunday mornings excited to play.
Game last season, week 2, 4 receptions going up against Peterson. So Fitzpatrick and the Bucs back to work from the 25-yard line. Catch is made by Deshaun Jackson across midfield, and then tackled at the Arizona 48 by Tyrann Mathieu. Fitzpatrick on in relief of the injured Jameis Winston. There's Evans, and it's off his hand. He had to reach back for it. Reflected off his right hand. Second down and 10. Here's Martin, and he gets swallowed up. Third down and 12. Bucs must get to the 38 for a first down as Fitzpatrick throws, and that's Mike Evans, his first catch today. From the 33, it's Martin. That's his best run today. Doug Martin inside the 10, finally dragged down by Bethea. Remember, the Buccaneers were deep in Arizona territory, and they were stopped late in the first half. Martin down to the 4. Second and goal from the 4. Fitzpatrick throws. No flags. Peterson the coverage on Evans. 8th play of the drive for Tampa Bay. Third and goal from the 4. On the slant, Fitzpatrick's pass is caught for a touchdown by Deshaun Jackson.
Number 11 all the way to the right. Works inside with Justin Bethel. Gets a little rub there from Adam Humphries and makes a difficult catch. Because that one wasn't a clean catch initially. Able to pull it in. This is a chart call.
Trouble with the snap. This is Charles Sims. And Sims is knocked out of bounds until the game-winning score.
Yeah, they were used to this prior to this season. They've scored a heck of a lot more points, only averaging 16 points per game in this young 2017 campaign.
Right, they're high to do it 50 times. 7 of the other 8 are in the Hall of Fame. On the end around, it's J.J. Nelson.
In front.
Charles, the Cardinals are averaging 10 yards per play. There's Palmer, he's still perfect. Fires downfield, and this one is picked off. Intercepted by Brent Grimes. That's the first incomplete pass thrown by Palmer today. As Grimes is across midfield and is down at the 42-yard line. His 31st career pick.
And he didn't get enough on this pass. Brent Grimes eyes it the whole way. He was in perfect coverage on the outside shoulder of J.J. Nelson, and when the ball's short, he was able to make the adjustment on the football and come down with it.
Well, Winston throwing on the sideline. Buccaneers went 8 plays, 75 yards for a touchdown on their last drive. This is Martin. And Martin gains 4 to the 38. So he put together some better drives following a slow start. On 2nd and 6, this is Luke Stocker. 3rd down and 1. It's Martin up the middle. There is a flag. Looks like a hold against Tampa Bay, which will negate the 11-yard run.
Offense number 76. 10-yard penalty. Replay, 3rd down.
Left tackle Donovan Smith. Fitzpatrick on 3rd down under pressure. Down he goes. Back at the 49-yard line. Anger punting from his 41. Fair catch called for by Williams. Back at the 6. Carson Palmer's first incomplete pass was the interception moments ago. And now the Cardinals start from the 7-yard line. It's Peterson for a gain of 2.
They've been exceptional in this game today.
They sure have. 2nd down and 8. It's Peterson. Grimes the tackle. 3rd down and 4. Palmer to Fitzgerald. Palmer looking to throw on 1st down, and he's sacked. Back at the 12. Gerald McCoy. Out to the 20, it's Peterson.
They start getting ready to try and tackle Adrian Peterson.
His former college teammate. 3rd and 10. Palmer under pressure again.
Pardon. Well done.
There's Andy Lee. He's had a very quiet day. His first punt taken at the 27 by Reedy. 10 yards on the return.
Tell him to just take a break for the rest of the day and see if they can get him right for next week.
1st and 10, 37-yard line. Fitzpatrick takes off, and he'll slide. Only 2 quarterbacks on the roster, Charles, Winston and Fitzpatrick. Here's Martin. The emergency quarterback is Adam Humphries, who played quarterback in high school. 2nd down and 8 from the 49-yard line. Fitzpatrick going deep for Evans, and Evans makes the catch. A spectacular catch by Mike Evans. 1st and goal to Quince Rogers in the backfield. This is his first carry today. And set up to the right of Fitzpatrick. This is Rogers. Gains a couple inside the 10. On 3rd and goal, Fitzpatrick fires. Touchdown, Cameron Brate.
But look where he puts the football, too. Puts to the backside of the defender. So Carlos Dansby, as he's trying to get his head around and make a play on the ball's back behind him. Well thrown ball by Fitzpatrick.
Again going for 2. And they cannot convert. Fitzpatrick was looking for Evans. Williams will not take it out. Here's Peterson. Adrian Peterson, there is a flag across midfield. And finally dragged down at the Buccaneers 35.
There are 2 fouls by the same team. At the end of the play, we have unsportsmanlike conduct taunting number 23 of the offense. That penalty is declined. During the play, we have a illegal block in the back. Number 13 offense, that's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay, 1st down.
Fitzgerald on the slant. Ball comes loose. Bucs recover. Down the sideline, into the end zone. Levante David for a Bucs touchdown.
Now, the key is, did he actually catch the football? Catch, moving, I think is going to be a catch and a fumble, a forced fumble by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. It is a touchdown.
Catch, yes. He's moving, yes. He's got possession. There's David. Now he's already working the ball free. See the raking motion by 54, David. Then he goes and picks it up and gets a convoy into the end zone. Now they have to go for two again.
If the Bucs convert, it would make it a two-score game. And they do. Doug Martin, two-point conversion.
We are now at 31-20.
How about Patrick Murray, the new kicker? He has not attempted an extra point today. They've scored 3 touchdowns. There's Williams on the return. So it's an 11-point game. If he attempted 3 extra points and they went 3 for 3, it would be 31-21. At 1:43. Thanks in large part to Adrian Peterson in his Arizona debut. And that pass is nearly picked off by Beckwith, and there is a penalty marker.
Pass interference. Defense, number 36. Spot foul, automatic. First down.
That's on Robert McClain.
He called for the officials.
New set of downs for the Cardinals. Here's Peterson. Peterson out to the 34. On 2nd and 5, Peterson with nowhere to go. Chris Baker. Buccaneers trail 31-0 at one point. Palmer throws, and it's caught for a first down and more. John Brown takes it all the way to the Tampa Bay 38-yard line, a 31-yard catch and run. 38. Peterson takes the handoff. There is a flag. Penalty marker. Cardinals, up until this point, only one penalty all day.
Offense number 71. 10-yard penalty. First down.
That's on Watford. It's Peterson. What a move. How about that head fake, Charles? And Adrian Peterson gains 12. Otherwise, you won't get him down.
They essentially have to tie his shoes for him, is what he said.
Movement prior to the snap. Play is blown dead.
Zone infraction. Defense, number 92. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
William Golston.
Now that
After joining the team in a trade on Tuesday. Second down and 4. Here's Peterson. He stumbles down. He was not touched. Another flag. Peterson with first down yardage to the 26.
Holding. Offense number 84. 10-yard penalty. Replay, second down.
It's on a 31-0 lead. Buccaneers have scored the last 20. Broken up. Grimes makes the play on Fitzgerald. Cardinals must get to the Bucs 28 for a first down. Another marker. This is Ellington.
conditioning's coming into play a
Personal foul.
little bit.
Face mask offense. Number 84. 15-yard penalty. Replay, third down.
That's Gresham again.
Not a good series for Jermaine Gresham.
Third down at 27. Palmer sets and throws. Catch is made at the 42-yard line. For only the second time today. Leedy will let it go. And it is kept out of the end zone. It is down at the 1-yard line. So the Buccaneers will start at their 1-yard line, trailing by 11. 7.5 to play, fourth quarter. Fitzpatrick from the end zone. Fight for the ball. It's an incomplete pass. Mike Evans, the tender receiver, now it went through the back of the end zone. See, it was Evans along with Tramon Williams.
But there's Tramon Williams and Evans fighting for the football. And you see that? You see that?
Down by contact. The ruling on the field is interception. Down by contact. First down, Arizona.
All right, so Williams was down. He had possession before the ball came loose. As he hit the ground just before Evans stripped the ball. Penalty marker. As Peterson takes it in, but there is a flag.
Offside. Defense. Penalty is declined to result of the play. Touchdown.
Adrian Peterson, Charles, with his second touchdown today in his Cardinals debut. Dawson the extra point. You have to go back and credit Buda Baker for keeping that punt out of the end zone. Buccaneers forced to start from the 1. Tremendous play by Williams on the interception. And then Peterson takes it in. And then Tremont Williams with the interception. 31st of his career, the longtime Packer. Spent the last 2 years with the Browns. He made a tremendous play, leading to the Arizona touchdown. Reedy will not take it out. $18-point game. Fitzpatrick over the middle for Humphreys. But the biggest comeback in NFL history regular season was from a 28-point deficit. Buccaneers trail by 31 today. It's Humphreys again for a first down, and that was back in 1980.
Even a Sun Bowl game in 1984.
Yes, he did. He did it in college out of the NFL. Penalty marker as that pass is short, intended for Godwin.
Offside. Defense number 95 lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. Replay. First down.
Ryan Fitzpatrick has thrown 2 touchdown passes. He's also been intercepted twice. Take it into Cardinals territory, and still going is Charles Sims. Right out of bounds by Antoine Bethea.
Gave him great avenue into the secondary.
25-yard pickup by Sims. Fitzpatrick slings one at Sims again. Sidearm throw, and Sims takes it just inside the 20-yard line with under 6 minutes remaining. 5.5 to play. Fitzpatrick moving to his right. Throws it out of bounds as play clock all the way down.
Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
From the Cardinals' 24-yard line. Fitzpatrick steps up and fires. It's complete at the 14.
Winning the 50-50 opportunity.
Off the fake toss to Sims. Fitzpatrick to Humphreys again, and a nice tackle is made by Buchanan. Holding Humphreys to a short gain. There is a flag back at the 26.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense number 43. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic. First down.
Chris Rogers in the backfield. First and goal from the 6. Evans, bottom of your screen. Great slot to the left. Second and goal. Fitzpatrick over the middle. The receivers to the left. Third and goal. Fitzpatrick hands it off to Rogers. And he is stopped short. He's in. Doug Martin, touchdown.
Watch the big guys up front. Do they create a space? Yes, they do. J.R. Sweezy, number 73, pulling on the trap. And you see that hole right there.
Fitzpatrick looking end zone. He throws. And it's incomplete through the back of the end zone. It was 24-0 at the half. Onside kick. Ball is loose. Bucs say they have it. They do.
And there's the ball. It hasn't gone 10 yet. Then the ball gets touched right in there by MoMA, number 80. See a leg? There's a hand? Yes. And so that ball is now free.
Ruling on the field is illegal touching. Kicking team number 52 touches the football prior to it going 10 yards. It's a foul. It will be Arizona's ball, first and 10.
So it was 25, Peyton Barber. It did touch Barber first before it touched the Arizona Cardinal, MoMA, number 80.
So right there is where it bounced off of his leg.
This is Peterson. Peterson to the 39.
Went through this team that was evident right from the opening kickoff.
Here's Peterson again. Ball comes loose. And the Cardinals recover. 3rd down and 2. It's Peterson. And he will not get there. Slowed down by Kendall Beckwith. Cardinals leave their offense on the field. And his pass is broken up by Evans. So the Buccaneers will get the ball back with 2:34 remaining. Start from their 35. Out of timeouts. Ryan Fitzpatrick for the injured Jameis Winston. Pass is caught by Brate. And Cameron Brate following a 6-yard reception by Brate. 2nd down and 4. And this play is blown dead. A couple of penalty markers.
Ball start. Offense, number 76. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Donovan Smith. And now in the second half, 26-14 Buccaneers. Nice touch from Fitzpatrick, and Humphreys takes it inside the 40-yard pass play. And now Fitzpatrick going deep for Evans. Evans in the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown. Mike Evans.
And Evans going over the top of Justin Bethel. What a well-thrown football and a terrific catch by Evans, utilizing his body to haul it in.
5th Buccaneers touchdown of the second half. Finally, an extra point attempt for Patrick Murray. The kick is good. So as the Bucs set up for another onside kick. It's Larry Fitzgerald on the recovery. And now the Cardinals will run out the clock as Palmer takes a knee despite 33 second half points scored by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Associate director is Tyler Dare. Audio provided by Jeff Cohen. Broadcast associates Peter Greasy and Casey Carlin.
Will not have that open week they expected down the road. Won't affect them until they get to that point. It's been a strange start to the season for Tampa Bay.
And a strange start to the season for Adrian Peterson, playing for his second team. But he had a huge day with 133 yards on the ground, a couple of touchdowns. Carson Palmer completed his first 14 attempts today. Buccaneers with a huge second half comeback.